and live.
Hello there, world. It is the Pod There Moderating team, again doing our weekly quiz public experiment, our proof of concept. This is Nyy'xai. Coach, what else we got here?
This is Nyy'xai.
I am Zane Nyy'xai.
Nyy'xai.
Nyy'xai Infinity.
Nyy'xai.
Excellent. All right, so tonight the plan is we're going to do some quick nuggets on moderating tips from Jarlene and Adejumo, and then we're going to go over the Game of Thrones cast for a little virtual village training. Then it'll be quiz answers. We'll go over the ones that gave people the toughest time, and then we'll do some live reading. Okay, Jarlene, over to you.
Okay, so my nugget for today has to do with a funny song that had an interesting path as to how it got discovered and big, to the point that there was a performance art video made out of it. I don't know if you guys, some of you might know it, some of you might not. It's called Shia LaBeouf, and it's the singer is Rob Cantor. So I hadn't heard of him before, so it's kind of an interesting story. So he, the way it went is he, in 2012, he put this song called Shia LaBeouf up on SoundCloud, and you know, like.
Real quick, just to give some context, that this is going to be regarding like how moderating can spread as like a campaign and as an educational kind of media force. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a parallel. So in 2012, he puts this song called Shia LaBeouf out on SoundCloud. And after a little bit, you know, a little while, the internet discovers it, and it, you know, it starts coming up. They start coming up with all sorts of different memes because it's just, you know, I mean, a song called Shia LaBeouf, and what it's talking about is like.
It's a parody. It's a humorous parody song.
Right. It's a humorous parody about Shia LaBeouf lurking in the shadows and chasing people and, you know, killing them and eating them. It's a cannibal. So. Here are some internet memes that were come up with. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So these were some of the internet memes that came up for the song. But and then, you know, Rob Lowe, he starts weighing in, but it was not until this year that really they really picked up on it and it started growing because of this internet memes, and then people are like, you know, chiming in and celebrities. But then when it really like started taking off was when a fan, out of a labor of love, decided to animate it and do a video animation to it, and from there it just went viral. And once that happened, and that was this year. So about 2.5 years later, you know, it starts going viral, and then Shia LaBeouf himself actually, you know, he chimes in, and you know, he's like on, so he says like, "You beat me here," and then they make a performance art video, which I'm going to show you guys now. But that just goes to show like what.
So basically, yeah, it really emphasizes the stackability. If you have something stackable and you put it out in the public, if they like it, can take it and take the fundamental principles of it and stack. So the basic songs, the song lyrics made for something you could actually just take that song and do whatever music video you wanted. So basically, it was a very simple one in the beginning. Then there was like a fan art version that got it more viral. And then there was a pro version that Shia LaBeouf actually was involved in a little bit. So they're all basically 3 iterations, and there was a lot more than that, of basically the same song, but the words made it to where it was actually very easy to stack. So I think a lot of what we're going to be doing have the same thing, that where people can do like the educational videos, and they can do their versions with it, whatever media production powers they have.
Yeah. So and out of the sake of just for laughs, I'll show you guys the video because it's actually pretty funny.
You would show the final one, the pro one?
Yeah. Hey, Mitchell.
Hey, guys.
Cool. So.
Mitchell, real quick, just to catch you up. real fast is there was a video called Shia LaBeouf. It's a parody song about him, and we're just kind of studying right now the phenomenon of how it became sort of viral. And it's important because it was stackable. It was the parody lyrics made it easy for people to do their own music videos, and they would do their own images on those lyrics because the lyrics were funny. So it became like a fun thing to do was what funny images can I match to these funny lyrics. Our work will have the same kind of thing where it's very distinct with the words, and color code, and so forth. Anyone can stack on it once it becomes popular and use their own media production accordingly. So the Shia LaBeouf one started out as a very simple video with words. Then it got some fans who had more media production ability to do a better one that went viral. And then it was picked up by mainstream. Shia LaBeouf himself got involved with it, and then a pro version was done. And that's kind of like how it got up to being as viral as it is now. So here's the final product.
Yep, I've loaded it up on YouTube.
But the main thing is actually the phenomenon of it going viral. Stackability.
Here we go. Here it is in all its glory.
There's no one around, and your phone is here. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. He's following you, about 30 feet back. He gets down on all fours and breaks into a sprint.
Everyone should mute.
You're looking for your car.
Nyy'xai, can you mute, please?
He's almost upon you now, and you can see there's blood on his face.
Sorry.
Oh, cool. Is that, Ben, are you muted?
I think every...
Oh, I thought it was muted.
Okay. We'll start again.
So maybe that's why.
Probably
I'm not
were
right
before
now.
it was paused.
Yeah, I heard feedback during
Okay,
it. Okay,
let's
we'll
start
start
from
again.
the beginning.
And
I
everybody
have
pause.
headphones in, so I don't think it would.
Not you, so crazy. All right, Ademus, your nugget?
So, adding on that is, okay, like what Jilin was talking about with the
Hope your mic's muted, Demus.
yeah. So this started out with somebody animating it, and I pointed out that there's actually a YouTube show called Game Grumps. There are these two guys who.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, for those of you who haven't, it's a show. It's basically like one of those Let's Play shows where they play a game on the show. But the two guys who do it are both trained comedians in improv and sketch and stuff like that. So they're both really funny, and just naturally playing the games and reacting off to them and off of each other, they come out just consistent with you with a lot of gold. And so, one of them, Egoraptor, is an animator and has kind of a name for himself in like the animation circle. So a lot of other animators are attracted to the show, and a pattern kind of ended up happening where it started with making their own animations, where they would take clips from the show and they would animate it on Flash. And then other animators started doing that too. And every time whenever an animator made a new Game Grumps animated episode, it would get really big because the show has such a huge following that are really loyal and really interested in kind of like consuming more of them. So every time a new animator animated one of them, then their YouTube videos would get tons of hits, then they get tons of exposure, and it really helped them a lot. So that triggered a wave of even more animators doing that. So connecting that to, you know, our work, where A, we're constantly pumping out material, and B, with Tsunami and stuff like that, there's a lot you can do with animating it in different ways, and also the fact that the following that we have, you know, there's a lot of power there to kind of creating like a really strong and successful community that kind of keeps building on top of each other.
Very true. Hey there, Glenn.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey,
Glenn.
how's it going?
Glenn.
Cool, so we're moving on now, but all we did was we just went over two nuggets from Jilin and Dean, which were very good, about how media can scale up on the internet if you put out good ideas that can be the basic principles taken, other people can run with it, which is what we can do with our stuff. And so we were kind of noticing a few examples, which is pretty cool. And Jilin shared a funny video. Maybe we should give a link later. Shia LaBeouf. Anyway, now we're going to move on to the Game of Thrones collage review. Let's go and pull it up, Jilin. And tonight we're going over the minor characters. I'll go over those with everyone, and then Jilin will take us all through the entire thing for a quiz. Fun times.
Okay. Cool. So last time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, last time we went through the major characters and the supporting characters. I think I'll go through the major and supporting, and then Coach will introduce you to the minor characters.
I think everyone's kind of seen those already, and they had time to look at their ebooks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the minor characters first, and then we'll do a quiz through of everything.
Right, and you had said that you were going to go ahead and do the minor characters?
Yeah, if you can scroll through, I'll call them out.
Cool. Okay, here we go.
Okay, some of these I have not actually read fully because sometimes it has sufficient media, so I'll say that.
Sorry,
Let's go ahead. Jilin, I'm going to have you delete some. Can you delete him? Cool. Okay, I think that she is a Shy Alpha, possibly a Shy V. I want more footage. So we'll say Shy Alpha on her. Next. She's Nyy'xai. Sorry, so go back to the beginning, Jilin. Jai Alpha Natalie Emanuel as Missandei. Nyy'xai Amrita Acharya as Eerie. Delete him. Nyy'xai Peter Vaughn as Meister Aemon. Nyy'xai Noah Taylor as Locke. Gene Stephen Cole as Kovaro. Nyy'xai Francis McGee as Yorin. Gene Ellis Gable as Rakaro. They show Scorpion. Delete him. Shiny Susan Brown as Septim Ordain. Nyy'xai as Alaria Stand. Nyy'xai Jamie Sides as Jory Cassell. Oh, I thought these were size. Oh well. I'll size it for next time. Dene. Yeah, Jilene, can you at least make them a little bigger? Don't worry how big they are, just make them a little bigger. We'll do it later. Gene Ananso Nosy as Zaro Zoan Daxos. That's an awesome name. Nyy'xai Clive Russell as Brendan Blackfish Tully. Nyy'xai Tobias Menzies as Edmer Tully. Delete him. Actually, you know what? Keep him. We're going to read him tonight. We're going to read that dude. Keep him there. We'll come back to him.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Well, one part of the live reads.
Yeah, right. Nyy'xai Wilco Johnson as Ilan Payne. Yes, and crazy B-eyes.
I remember in like the second episode, like, first or second episode, like he's a weird dude. He's, I don't know, the dude who like just stopped.
He's the executioner.
Yeah.
Nyy'xai Simon Armstrong as Quarren Halfhand. Zane Haptor Julius Bjornsson as Gregor Clegane.
The Mountain.
The Mountain. He's like a powerlifter.
What was that? Was that Zenai or Genai? I'm sorry.
Zenai, a powerlifting Zenai.
Thank you.
I don't have him, but we're going to read him too. Coming back to you, sucker. Who's next? Nyy'xai Roger Allam as Illyrio Mopatis. That it? All right, we've got this. We totally got this. From the top.
Okay, so we're going to go, everybody's going to get a turn, starting with the Demas, and going round robin, starting.
I'll opt out. I've done this a lot. Why don't you go ahead, Charlene?
Okay, yeah, I'll start off. Cool. Nyy'xai Amelia Clark as Daenerys Targaryen.
Gene Kit Harington as Jon Snow.
Genai Peter Dinklage as Tyrion Lannister.
Nyy'xai Maisie Williams as Arya Stark.
Nyy'xai Sophie Turner as Sansa Stark.
Nyy'xai Nikolaj Coster-Waldau as Jaime Lannister.
Jaime Lena Headley is Cersei Lannister.
Coach is here.
Oh, he said he was gonna opt out though.
Well, I think it's you, Joe.
Oh, duh. Yeah. Nyy'xai, Charles Dance is Tywin Lannister.
Nyy'xai, Rory McCann as Sandor the Hound Clegane.
Nyy'xai, Alfie Allen as Theon Greyjoy.
Nyy'xai, Jack Gleason as Joffrey Baratheon.
Nyy'xai, John Bradley as Samuel Tarly.
Nyy'xai, Michelle Fairley as Catelyn Stark.
Nyy'xai, Isaac Hempstead Wright as Bran Stark.
Nyy'xai, Aidan Gillen as Peter Littlefinger Baelish.
Nyy'xai, Coneth Hill as Lord Varys.
Nyy'xai, Richard Madden as Robb Stark.
Nyy'xai, Sean Bean as Eddard Ned Stark.
Nyy'xai, Jason Momoa as Khal Drogo.
Nyy'xai, Mark Addy as Robert Baratheon.
Nyy'xai, Gwendolyn Christie as Brienne of Tarth.
Nyy'xai, Stephen Delane as Stannis Baratheon.
Nyy'xai, Pedro Pascal as Oberyn Martell.
Nyy'xai, Ian Glenn as Jorah Mormont.
Nyy'xai, Rose Leslie as Ygritte.
Ygritte. Yeah.
Awesome name.
Nyy'xai, Jerome Flynn as Bronn.
Nyy'xai, Julian Glover as Grand Meister Pycelle.
Nyy'xai, Ian McElhenney as Barristan Selmy.
Shiny Christian Nairn as
Hodor.
Nyy'xai, Joe Dempsey as Gendry.
Nyy'xai, Daniel Portman as Podrick Payne.
Is she a Nyy'xai?
She is.
Yes.
Cool. Nyy'xai, Natalie Dormer as Marguerite Tyrell.
Marjorie.
Nyy'xai, Finn Jones as Loras Tyrell.
Nyy'xai, Liam Cunningham as Davos Seaworth.
Is Nyy'xai, Natalia Tena is Osha.
Nyy'xai, Esme Bianco as Roz.
Nyy'xai, Carice Van Houten as Melisandre.
Nyy'xai, Ron Donahue as
You
Roger.
skipped me?
Oh, sorry, Mitchell.
Well, you already said Mojo, so
Oh,
just-
okay. We'll just switch this time around. Roger Cassell.
we do it all the time. We do it all the time when we collage anyway. It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
So
It doesn't.
Mitchell? Are you pondering, Mitchell?
Yes, I'm pondering.
Okay. By the way,
Nyy'xai?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, Nyy'xai Michael Melhan is Roose. As I say, he looks.
And Infinity, that is Roose Bolton, the dad who flays people.
Ah, okay. We
Later on,
looking
we'll meet the son who plays people.
Gotcha. Nyy'xai James Cosmo as Jor Mormont.
Nyy'xai Hannah Murray as Gilly.
And I think he's a Naja. Jacob Anderson as Grey Worm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nyy'xai. Yeah. Nyy'xai Una Chaplin as Talisa Mager.
Nyy'xai Thomas Brody Sangster as Jojen Reed.
There he is.
The psycho.
Kenai, Ewan Rion as Ramsay Snow.
Is she Nyy'xai?
Actually, she's a shiny.
Oh, okay, cool. Johnny Deanna Rigg as Olene Tyrell.
Nyy'xai Ellie Kendrick as Mira Reed.
I think he's a Nyy'xai Geneth Anthony as Renly Baratheon.
He's an IC actually.
Oh, Nyy'xai. Okay.
I'm not sure about him. Is he a Nyy'xai?
He's a Shinai.
Oh, Ginai. Tom, last, I can't remember.
His character's only around for a little while, but he is awesome. He's one of people's favorites.
I know, one too.
The man of many faces.
Nyy'xai Harry Boyd as Viserys Targaryen.
Nyy'xai Gemma Whalen as Yara Greyjoy.
Mitchell.
Is it okay to drop hints?
Wait to see the.
Is she Nyy'xai?
She has she and Zai, but she's not adaptive. Yeah.
Okay.
She's Nyy'xai.
Okay. I could see that. That actually makes much more sense. All right. Now Eliza Aaron.
Is he Ginai?
Yes, he is.
Cool. Ginai Syrian Kins as.
And it's a Irish pronunciation, so it's a hard C. Tyrion.
Oh. Tyrion.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm not myself, so I heard of it.
Oh boy. I'm going to say Nyy'xai.
You are going to be correct.
Okay, cool. Nyy'xai Tara Fitzgerald as Celise Baratheon.
This guy. Nyy'xai David Bradley as Walder Frey.
Nice guy.
The nice guy.
He's such a nice guy, especially when he tells the band to play music.
Yeah, he's real smooth wordsmith with the ladies.
Oh, man. I think they all are. They all know how to get the ladies. I'll tell you that. No shortage of that in this show.
Yep.
Is it my turn now?
Yep.
Oh. I have to guess on him. Tia Ginai?
He is.
Ginai Lopez. Uralimu as Serial Pharrell.
Shinai Ed Skream as the earlier Dario Naharis.
He was cool too, actually.
Yeah, he was. But I guess he didn't have as much chemistry with Daenerys as this new guy.
I think he actually had to like change roles or something.
Nyy'xai, Michael Huisman as the new Dario Naharis.
Shiny Sybil Gilly as Shay.
Is he a Nyy'xai?
It's
Cool. Nyy'xai Donald Sumter as Meister Lewin.
Okay. Jai Alpha Natalie Emanuel as Miss Andy.
Miss Andy. Or Nyy'xai Amrita Acharya as Iri.
The voice was garbled, but did I hear Nyy'xai for him?
Nyy'xai.
Nyy'xai, okay. Nyy'xai Peter Vaughn as Meister Aemon.
He's got crazy.
I believe he said Nyy'xai Noah Taylor as Locke.
Shinai, Stephen Cole as Camaro.
Nyy'xai, Francis Maggie as Yoren.
G9, Elias Gable as Ricardo.
Jaini Susan Brown as Septa Mordain.
Zane Indra Varma as.
Actually, it's a Nyy'xai. We thought she might have been Zane at one point, but she's a Nyy'xai.
Right.
One thing, on Francis McGee, did we say Nyy'xai on him, Yoren? Him. He's Nyy'xai.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said Nyy'xai.
Yeah.
Cool. He's at.
So we said Nyy'xai.
Indra Varma as Elaria Sand.
Is it Gabe now?
Oh, am I up? Okay. He is the G9.
He's Nyy'xai.
Nyy'xai, okay. Nyy'xai,
Yeah,
James Sivis.
Nyy'xai.
Nyy'xai, James Sivis is Yori Cassell.
Shinai Nanzo Anansi as Zarazu and Daxos.
Nyy'xai Clive Russell as Bryn.
And I looked up Masandi and Shiny Alpha. I had her down as Shiny, just so everyone knows.
Well, I missed what you just said. What did you just say?
He
Her.
looked
The Shiny
Sandy
Alpha's
up
Shiny.
and
Okay,
she-
Shiny. Okay. That'll win.
So who is doing Clive Russell?
Ademus is.
So Nyy'xai Clive Russell as Brynden Blackfish Tully.
Nyy'xai, Tobias Menzies as Edmure Tully.
Somebody has an alarm going off.
Yeah,
That's coming from... I don't know. Weird.
Wait, did somebody say?
I said Nyy'xai.
Okay, thanks.
Tobias Menzies is an IZ, right? Yeah.
Unread is Ian.
Oh yeah, him.
Unread is Hanmore. Yeah.
We'll get to him. We'll get to him.
Yeah. Should I do this guy then, or?
Yeah, you should do this guy.
All right.
Wilco.
Nyy'xai Wilco Johnson as Ilian Payne.
Oh, hold on. Are we doing Ian Hanmore? Or did we already do him?
We're gonna read him. He hasn't been read yet, so we're gonna do a live read on him later.
Oh, okay. So I think it's you, Infinity?
Nyy'xai Simon Armstrong as Corin Halfhand.
Zane Halfbor Julius Bjornsson as Gregor Clegane. This guy.
We're gonna read him, so we'll skip him.
One last one.
Okay. Genai.
It's Nyy'xai.
Nyy'xai. Okay, Nyy'xai. Roger Alum is Illyrio Nopatis.
Excellent. So we'll go over that again next time and try to get smoother and smoother. But it's a great show to watch to build a virtual village from. Okay? On ahead, full steam, on to the quizzes. So, Darlene, when you get a chance, if you could let us know what that first sample is.
Okay, sure. First sample is Benga, and I put Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai for him.
I said Nyy'xai, I believe.
I said Nyy'xai.
I put Nyy'xai.
I put Nyy'xai.
I put Nyy'xai.
Okay, the answer is Nyy'xai. Benga is Nyy'xai.
That is loud.
Yeah, what is that?
That's mine. Oh, man.
Oh.
It turns on and off now. I don't know what's going on. It's the fire alarm thing.
Oh.
I'll try to mute
No,
it if I
just-
get the chance.
Oh my.
Just mute, except when you're talking. Go ahead and mute yourself now. Now, unmute when you're talking.
Sure.
Cool. Next up is Skream. I
Glenn,
said.
go ahead and put mute on yourself, Glenn, and just unmute when you're talking. Go ahead. Next.
Okay. Next sample was Skream, and I said Nyy'xai for him.
I said Nyy'xai.
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 I don't think we heard from Glenn.
Which
I
is
said
Sigma.
Nyy'xai.
Okay.
I'll try to just write it on the bottom.
The answer is Skream. Skream is Nyy'xai.
Cool.
Who's next?
Okay, next up, Zane Lowe. Zane Lowe, for him I said Nyy'xai.
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 This is for Pete Tong or James Lavelle?
James Lowe.
Zane Lowe, actually. But
Zane Lowe. I remember Jane came from.
no, Zane.
Yeah, it's Zane.
Shailene, has everyone put their answer in?
No,
I
I,
said-
No, no.
Glenn said Nyy'xai,
I
and
said Nyy'xai.
Nyy'xai. Okay. So now we
Okay.
have.
The answer is Nyy'xai. Zane Lowe is Nyy'xai. Who's next?
Next up is Pete Tong. I said Nyy'xai for him.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
Nyy'xai.
And Glenn?
Glenn said Nyy'xai.
Pete Tong is a Nyy'xai.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Who's next?
Next up, James Lavelle. I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Zenai.
Kind of question.
James Lavelle.
Nyy'xai.
Nyy'xai?
No, James Lavelle I have as Nyy'xai.
Okay.
Nice.
It was tough. Robert Villanova.
Say again?
I said Nyy'xai.
What's the name?
Robert Del Naja.
Yeah, what?
You got it, Naja.
Del
I
Naja.
said Nyy'xai.
No.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Jaini.
Glenn?
He said Nyy'xai.
Robert Del Naja is Nyy'xai.
Next up, Byrd. Byrd, I have him down as Nyy'xai.
Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai for him.
I said Nyy'xai for him.
I
Said Jaini.
Danny Byrd is Nyy'xai.
Nice.
Last one is Squarepusher. I said Nyy'xai for him.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
I said Nyy'xai.
Said Zaini.
And Glenn said Nyy'xai.
Squarepusher is Nyy'xai. All right. So, which were the ones that most people missed?
I think James Lavelle was one of them.
James Lavelle? Okay.
Yeah, Nyy'xai. I think a lot of people said Nyy'xai for him. Am I right? James Lavelle.
James Lavelle is Nyy'xai.
Hold on, 1 second.
No, okay, well. Oh, he is an Nyy'xai. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on, 1
so,
second.
It's hard to tell for me which ones people were missing a lot. I mean, we did, I think, pretty well on the whole.
Yeah.
On this quiz. Surprisingly, because I thought it was hard. I mean,
they're both
tricky.
lead receivers.
I don't know why, but it's just so tricky. It just.
5 Nyy'xai on him.
What? No.
They're all following the same riff.
Which, one thing, I think I may have made a mistake here. There should be 4 and 4. I think James Lavelle may be Nyy'xai. Hold on 1 second. Who are the Nyy'xai and who are the Nyy'xai?
Okay, so what I have as far as Nyy'xai is Benga, Zane Lowe, Tong, Dene Byrd, and Squarepusher.
Yeah, if James Lavelle was Nyy'xai, that'd be 6.
No, that's right. He's Nyy'xai. I'm sorry. Okay, that's right.
Okay.
I apologize. No, I normally have these email ahead of time, but I was a little rushed today.
That's okay.
Okay. Cool.
We're in no rush.
Alrighty.
Let's see.
Is there someone we want to take a look at?
Let me see James Lavelle. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he was tricky.
Yeah.
Did we like record like which ones were the most missed, or did we like?
I didn't have time to because a lot of the answers came in really up to the wire. I didn't have a chance to do that.
Okay.
He said that. Can we have a show of hands on? I think maybe Tong. Said Nyy'xai for Tong. Anyone? Okay, so Mitchell, I see. Okay, so we actually. Okay, so most people did say Nyy'xai. Okay. How about for the first one? I think I heard several Nyy'xais for Benga.
Yep. Yeah, I said
so maybe that one. Maybe that one would be a good one.
Benga was tricky. And I did consider Nyy'xai, but didn't go with it.
Okay, so Benga.
Who got Benga right?
I did.
I was one of the.
I think it was just Jylene and Gabe.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
Gabe, why don't you go ahead and take lead, and Jylene, you assist.
cool. I'll pull.
And then other people can jump in as they want to.
As far as pulling up a video? Okay.
Yeah, and I'll give you guys the. I'll give Glenn a.
Okay. 1 second.
There's the link. Let's get started. What do you see, Gabe?
Well, I'm having my this interface is running super slow for me, but I do have a memory of watching this exact same video when I was doing the read. What I noticed right away was the unaware mouth, and there seemed to be like a lack of boundary setting. And I thought I saw what looked like some various knee cues in there.
Yeah.
And the gesturing seemed to be fairly low viscosity in general. I didn't see like a whole lot of yangness to it. So that, along with the trend of like adaptiveness in musicians and Nyy'xai, I kind of just was able to feel confident on that.
Yeah, it jumped out like he, his unhooded eyes. Because even though he's looking up, kind of looking away, his eyes just still look like they're unhooded and fully engaged. And when he goes off, and to the horizon, it looks underwater. But yeah, I noticed those things that Gabe mentioned.
Yeah, he looked somewhat comfortable engaging. That's another thing I noticed too.
Yeah, no, I wasn't noting HSP with them. So that kind of led me to objective also right away. Comfortable with the environment. Because both, I guess, Nyy'xai can have like a nonchalant, like aloof sort of mode, but the Nyy'xai will always have this HSP layer to it.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any particular things that that are still bugging you about the sample?
I wish I could more easily see the unaware mouth. I feel like his mouth, to me, seems still like I'm having trouble seeing it being unaware. Maybe it's just my understanding of the definitions is a little off.
Yeah, let me put another interview on.
For me, that was the thing that bothered me most. Not bothered me because I got the wrong answer, but I was considering Nyy'xai, and I was thinking like his mouth looks weird to me. But...
Yeah, let's see another one.
Oh, and by the way, the exact reverse came with the second guy, whatever his name is, Skream. I actually put Nyy'xai as my guess, and because I thought I saw unaware mouth when it really was aware for a Nyy'xai. So
okay, we'll do him next then.
Thanks.
Yeah. Cool. So I put the link on the sidebar. The video. That to the right, that laughter to the right with the head tilt, that looked shy.
some things that I noticed with Benga was that at first I thought it was kind of peculiar the way that he was so animated and that he was so like a part of the conversation in the interview. And I thought that was like a really well-developed Nyy'xai that I was looking at, but I kept looking back at him. And then I was thinking like, there's something off.
Yeah, I think he's a Nyy'xai with good articulation. He's got a good kind of
Coach, you made it.
Yeah, Coach, you got cut off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Be back.
You've disappeared.
It's okay, go ahead.
What were you saying, Coach, about him? That he's the well-developed Nyy'xai?
Yeah, he has good articulation. You can still tell it's a bit labored.
I like him though. He's like got good energy.
Yeah. And he's doing a lot of double barreling. Let's see that right on the right, the smile, the smirk is shy.
He's different from a lot of other Nyy'xai male artists, I think, because he's not afraid to sort of like let himself be in a way. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the other ones, they seem a little bit more stiff, and he just seems like he moves around, and she's just chill in a way. It's kind of cool to see. I like it.
Yeah.
Lost Coach.
Yeah, I'm gonna send another invite.
What happened to him?
He disappeared. Hey, Coach.
Hey, Coach. Okay, but yeah, he's on the right a lot, resonating, like warm resonating.
Yeah, I thought that was G that I was looking at, but actually it's the knee, and he doesn't have any dissatisfaction to him. He seems very just like something about like he seems really like just cool in a way, you know, like very ease of.
Eddie.
Yeah, it's the approachability and at ease, that kind of thing, exactly, and he's just kind of like got that cool quality to it.
Yeah, he's like on that right number.
Yeah.
Actually, it reminds me of my old boss. She was Nyy'xai. Her name's Roz, and she had that same type of expression.
Mm. And you know another.
You guys feel a little better with him? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say he also sits in like a hunch a lot throughout this interview, and I thought that was like a hunter hunch, but he keeps going side to side, doing that like thrashing movement, and yeah.
He's also.
And he actually made a comment about his body language when he went into the hunch. He actually said something about that specifically.
Oh really?
Oh really?
Yeah, the guy asked him a question about something. I think it was like the overall trajectory of the work he was doing, like a story to it or whatever. I think maybe how the album was made. And he actually said, "Oh, I'm going to have to change my body posture for this." And he slid forward into the seat and leaned forward into a hunter hunch, like he was going. He said, "I'm going to have to change my body posture for this."
Oh. So it's sort of like he was getting into a position where he was more in his directive power.
It was more like code for like, "I'm going to get serious now. I'm going to have to get serious now."
Yeah, exactly. That's cool.
Channeling his other.
Yeah, he's got like Byrd going on, doesn't he?
He does. Both the sub-ROMs can do the Byrd thing as well. And both the at-ROMs can do the Byrd thing as well, not just the J users. Are we good with him? Do we want to score, or do we want to try go Skream?
I mean, I still don't have the real sense that his mouth was unaware. That's the only thing that's missing for me, at least.
Okay, Jilene, can you dial in a bit on the unaware mouth?
Sure. I'll pull another interview.
Are we still looking at Benga, or?
Yeah, because we're just dialing in on the unaware mouth a little more.
The thing that I noticed is that he kind of has like this look in his eyes where he just kind of like pops them out, and then his mouth is just kind of like slacky, and it's like kind of open in a way where
focus on what the mouth's doing, Glenn. Jean-Louis will go on that a bit, and you can add as well, but it's the mouth area that he's having a bit of struggle with here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think if I looked at everything.
What was that?
What was that?
I think if I ignored the mouth, I might have had a much better shot at saying Nyy'xai. I mean, but I think I don't know. I think it was just partially that was kind of messing me up a little.
It's good that sometimes certain mouth structures actually can throw you a bit. So Jean-Louis, why don't you go and dial in on that? And anyone else wants to help out, go ahead.
Yeah, please. So I'm playing his accent.
Thanks again for the link.
Sure. Yeah, he resonates a lot on the right, and I guess let's look at his mouth. Well, one is he laughs a lot going backwards.
Yeah, that's something I'll notice with Shy.
So that's a big tell of a shy laugh.
Yeah, they kind of giggle when they move back, right?
Yeah, and even in that big laugh.
It's like it goes in.
I do that a lot on this
sort of, rather than out, like he does.
See, and look how easy it was. Okay, another thing, I know we're zoning in on the mouth, but the fact that he was so cool with just being waxed on like live TV with no
That's true.
preparation.
That's true.
That's true.
What time was that? What time was that?
That was at 2 minutes. That says a lot.
I think it was an IG that would be more like, hmm?
Yeah, he would
With
be.
the bipolar, like on an HSP, especially like if it's on live TV. That
But also, and not less anecdotal, just the physiological cues is his sort of side to side and up and down buoyancy while it was happening. It wasn't amped; it was actually buoyant.
Mm-hmm.
To compare the two powers that kind of move the body a lot, he was bobbling, not shooting. Is there a video that's a little closer on his face? This is not the best one.
Yeah, let me. This one, the freeze frame had a close up, but it doesn't appear that the rest of it does so much. So let me see if I can find another. Here we go. We'll have better luck here. Okay. I don't know. Hey, Coach, tell me what you think. Like, because I keep seeing him doing these mouth pursing, and it doesn't seem like I see she users do those as much. Is that?
No. He's kind of doing the lip rolling thing that the Zai users do, but he's doing it, again, it's a bit more of a macking style than you tend to see the Zai users doing it. But that is Zai. And there again, you can see the hand of the couch, that's Gumby. That left hand, that's classic Gumby right there.
Yeah, that's true.
So macking is a cue associated with more like knee?
No, macking often we associate with G users because of the awareness when they're socializing. Now right here, again, that's a great shot.
Yeah,
he's going inside on the right. Yeah, unaware mouth. That's a great one. Good job, Joey.
It just happened, but...
Yeah, right.
It like goes in his face. It's like what it does.
Yeah, that's a great freeze frame.
Where like, I can't really.
What's the freeze frame? What's the note on that?
Right at 1 minute.
Minute.
1 minute.
Exactly 1 minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Okay.
Precisely.
Yeah, he goes backward and laughs. Yeah, he does that mouth thing. Yeah. Where he purses it and resonates with his Zai.
Oh, guys, I'm just gonna be right back. I have to use the bathroom. You guys can keep going with, showing some videos of samples or common this. I'll just be right back.
See you soon.
Are you starting to see a little bit more Infinity?
I think you're talking Infinity, but I don't think we can hear you.
Yeah. It might be okay, it might not. What if we contrasted that with Skream?
Okay.
Just to move on.
Yeah.
Because there was a case of where I thought I clearly saw an unaware mouth.
Yeah, I thought I was saying that too, but I was also seeing like directiveness right away on him, so I was like really dead set against like getting him as a Nyy'xai.
All right, go ahead and load him up, Charlene. Skream.
Yeah, cool. We'll pull up Skream.
And we'll try to spend maybe like 5 minutes or less on this one, so we can have do 2 reads. That'll give us 40 minutes left. We can probably get 2 reads of that.
Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah, and with Skream, I noticed there was a lot of HSP too.
Yeah.
And the hands more longer, wizardly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right away I can tell the percussiveness of his voice is there, whereas I didn't get the percussiveness with the voice of the other guy. It was like a booming voice. He had Benga had a booming voice, but it didn't have the percussiveness, the piercing quality that Skream has.
Yeah, and it's not as throaty.
Yeah.
Did you see the gesturing there? The gesturing. And also how he's on the he's got his little ultra hands on the couch.
Yeah, ready to go.
But let's try to get closer on his mouth.
He's got a small mouth, but it's very aware.
Yeah, right there, you can see. He's actually smiling, but he's still got some Zai control on it. And again, the energy, I'll see it there a little bit, is stronger in that upper lip, a bit of a snarl.
Also the refrainment.
Mm-hmm. Overall, he seems very just faux casual in this interview.
I'm sorry.
Did you see the little eye flicks he does? That's something you'll see also with the Z users. Is they do these little eyebrow maneuvers when they give expression like, aha, did you see that? I'm naughty. There's a knowingness to them, and they kind of smile at the audience and give a little like, yeah, I did. I just said that.
Or like, did you get that? Or did you
get
see
that?
that? Yeah.
Okay, right there. That sound went off. He went and looked to the left. He gave an expression of like, what is that? And then he's like, okay. He clicked back here to the right. That's a tactical click to the right. So if he was using shy, right here to be warm. It wasn't. He was warm in a slight fierce way when he looked at the sudden sound. And then he went, check, it's fine. And that check to the right was definitely chilly. He's doing it right now.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah, something that I notice when I hear a sound or something is that I immediately look in the direction of wherever the sound's going. Or
yeah, a lot of
wherever
people. Now, some people. Now, there are lots of people who will do that. The difference is how they do it. His looked a bit startled. Naja sometimes give a bit of a startled when there's like an unexpected V sound. So
and also a little angry.
Yes, and a little surprised and angry, and there was a little bit of fierce warmth on his face, and that's because of the G. So the sudden surprise quality and the annoyed at the sudden sound, that's Naja, and that fierce warmth that came over very quickly, that was the G.
Are you able to see that a little bit
That
better?
was a knowing smile. Did you see the smile? That was like, hey, yeah, I did. Did you guys see that little sly smile he just gave? Play back.
Yeah.
It was very quick, but that's a knowing smile.
Around like 5 minutes, I
Yeah,
think?
that one.
And he went down to the left, too. He went down to a simulator to the left and smiled. Again, do you notice that his laughter there tends to come out in little external expulsions of air, not intakes of air where he goes back? It's like,
That's true.
it's percussive. His laugh is percussive. He's got some Zai controlling him, and still it's percussive. Very natural channeling as well.
Yeah.
And even here, Even here, he's in his simulator. He's doing 1,000-yard stare. He's on his left, and you see a bit of warmth in his face. But again, it's knowing, and I see more energy in that upper lip. It's about 6:52 now, so let's go ahead and get some live reads so we can get a shot at those.
Okay. So, live reads, we're going to do the 2 Game of Thrones beats.
But also, guys, we'll be doing more of these, so we'll get more chances to work these skills, because these music producers, Bruno gave us quite a few of them, so we'll be playing around with some more.
No shortage.
Cool. Okay, so the first one then will be, if I'm not mistaken, will be Ian Hanmore, Pyat Pree from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I've not checked him for media, so if he has media, great. If not, we'll just do something else.
Okay, let's check. It seems to have 3 interviews, so one of them is in a panel.
Then his case is a go, team. Take him down.
Oh, actually, no, I take this back. So he has 1 interview with just him, and then 2.
You got me excited.
I'm sorry. And 2 interviews, so I'm revising my previous assessment. So one where he's just him, and then the other 2, it's him and a panel and Q&A. Like one's Q&A, one's a panel.
Okay, then I revised that, team. We will do our best to take him down. Let's see what we can do.
Okay.
Go for the memes.
Let me grab the first one. Okay, there's the link.
Thanks.
By the way, I told him, I just read him now, so you guys are free to take him down if you can.
Okay.
That didn't take you very long, Coach.
I mean, his mouth has an interesting look to it, right? And it seems...
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting to... What's that?
I can't hear what you're saying.
You can't hear what I'm saying?
Either I'm frozen.
I can...
I can't hear either. I heard Shailene say something like, I can...
Hey, Coach, can you can hear what I'm saying, Glenn?
I can hear what you're saying now, yeah.
Wait.
I can hear you, Jolene.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So I was just saying, for those who didn't hear, that I think like his mouth definitely it has an interesting look to it, and it'll be interesting to see if there's a motive expression of what that look like, which I haven't seen.
Oh, okay. I think I see some riffing going on.
I think so. What about those shoulder shrugs on the right? That resonating.
I feel like it's kind of warm. Well, I don't know. What do you think?
They look a bit warm, yeah.
Yeah. He's smiling big right now. I don't know that I'm seeing
I think what was throwing, like, what was, I feel like I was at odds with at the start with like him being values based. Was like he wasn't really lifting his cheeks very much, but with the smiling, I'm beginning to lean more towards values based because of that, because of what I'm seeing. But I don't know, like for sure. Yeah, I mean we're only like 2 minutes in the first year.
He looks kind of similar to some other characters on the show.
He does. What is he doing right now? Jutting, right? Jutting.
I don't know if should I say who I think I'm seeing a riff of? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
What
it.
do you guys think? Yeah, go for it.
He kind of looks like an older, more skinnier Kevin Spacey in a way.
I can see that.
Spacey.
Yeah, I can see that.
What about Nyy'xai? Like, are we firm on Nyi Alpha or Nyy'xai?
Well, yeah. What was
I don't think we
interesting?
even mentioned the alpha.
Yeah. What was interesting is like when you guys, when he was just listening to the question, he was very intent with his, kind of like his forehead tilted. And I'll play it back, but as he was doing it, I didn't see any warmth in his cheeks that would indicate she use for active listening. I saw, a neutral face. So let me play back to you with you guys. Okay, for this one. Here. And sort of like smirks. Okay, so this is the first interview. Now it's going to be a panel type deal, so I'll have to be skip it forward. So let's see.
He does seem to be very soulful. I think, like a lot of good G or Jayus.
It does.
Yes,
I would say that. I could say that.
Yeah, I like his Jesus.
Here's the link.
Soulful's actually most associated with shy. But
What was that, Ben?
Soulful's actually most associated with shy.
Yeah, soulful. I know. I wanted to change it to keep it more ambiguous to just.
Oh yeah.
I think 1 minute in the kind of Jez way, because any of the Jez powers can be soulful in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I do actually personally, I think that's Jai actually. If I look at it closely.
Yeah. Okay.
To me, at least.
Personally, yeah, I agree. Personally.
Yeah. Thus far, from what I'm seeing, I'm agreeing with that too.
Were you guys thinking about Jai Ni or Jai Alpha in the beginning? Oh, I wasn't sure.
I kind of saw a lot of energy in the eyes, so that I don't know that and I haven't called it yet, but I keep seeing a lot of energy in the eyes, so I don't know that supports Jai Alpha yet.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe that supports perception lead. Do you think? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what it is, but.
Yeah, what I'm saying. Let's see. Hopefully they get some closer shots in this. Let me fast forward, see if we get a little better shots.
I feel pessimistic that it's going to get closer than that. I have a feeling the camera's going to stay a
It got a little closer. Let's see.
A drop closer.
Where do you guys?
It's not playing.
Just yelling at the cameraman.
I gotta
Zoom
zoom in.
3 minutes 55. Hold on, but it's not playing now. Got a little closer. Not talking.
Besides, so which mojos are we looking at? Basically, I just wanted to like get an idea of like what everyone sees.
I'm not sure. What are you referring to? The other people? Or
You want to know what we've reduced it down to?
For that one guy, right? I mean, what was his name? Ian.
yeah. So you wanna know what were our census so far on Mojo?
Mm-hmm, yeah, I kind of like want to know where you guys are at. If that's.
I kind of right now I'm at leaning towards Nyy'xai, but I'm not.
I think I'm leaning toward Nyy'xai, but I'm also playing Zane.
Zane too? That's good, actually. I like that. That's a good way to think of it.
I actually said Zane.
Oh, Zane.
Yeah, I thought I heard shiny. Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Nyy'xai, but I'm also considering Naja.
And in my case, Nyy'xai with a back of a Nyy'xai.
Okay. Oh. Let's see. Keep going. Okay, he's talking now at 7 minutes.
7 minutes? Right.
Yeah. 7 minutes 11. He's very thin, you know, and which can, you know, like he has a slender frame, which can, I think, you know, throw things off.
I fully agree with you. That can distort things to a certain degree.
Yes.
Yeah, whether you know,
that for sure.
He's stereotypically directive or, you know, or adaptive.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I mean, you can imagine like a thinner older dude, you know, of like a different mojo. They might look more like a Nyy'xai or something, but.
Yeah.
I am noticing, even though he's not talking right now, he's sort of listening in, and you know he's sort of. I haven't seen his face leave neutral so far.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know how easy that would be for a values-based mojo to pull off.
It's actually hard for me to see his face very clearly.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah, I almost
Okay.
need to like zoom in.
I'm much more comfortable being closer.
Yes, can we go back
I
to the
can
original
kinda
video
do that,
or
but,
watch
like-
the pictures?
Yeah.
Are you saying go back?
Why don't
and
you guys
watch?
try watching the original video again? Yeah, since you've taken him in a bit, you've gotten used to him, try watching that same video and see if
So there are only two videos.
yeah. And this one doesn't get very much.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's it.
I thought the first one was really good.
Absolutely.
So space taking it in neutral.
It's tilting to the right.
Yeah, it seems warm when he does the right. Yeah, see that shot.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it now.
Yeah. There's one little moment at the very end of the first video near there that was really.
Okay, I'm going to step in and let you guys know that
I'm sorry.
Oh no,
muted.
Coach
You got
muted
muted, Coach.
right before
Yeah.
you said the answer.
Yeah. What was it?
Whatever it is.
He's not using Jai.
He's not.
Ooh,
Oh.
my backup.
Then he's a
Thank
nice.
you.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Ben was on that one.
Okay.
That was
Go
actually
back.
funny because like we talked about the emoting, and I was actually thinking about Nyy'xai when you guys said that. But then but at the same time, like when I first saw this, looked like it looked like he was using Nyy'xai, and he was like, and then
Yeah.
it was just like he was just because like he talks. This
Yeah, it just
guy,
goes up
has
over
to be
perfect.
like. I don't know.
What mojo is Peter Townsend, Coach?
Peter Townsend.
Nyy'xai.
Oh,
Townsend, who? Nyy'xai.
yeah, he ripped me off of Peter Townsend.
Yeah, a few things.
Townsend.
Okay, a few things that you should look out for. One is, Jilene, you mentioned his neutralizing. That's when he's staring. Nyy'xai can give a very disassociated look, Nye and Sai, when they're in the watcher phase. Something else, his emotion, it goes up above the midline. When you're smiling, that was definitely above the midline. That was right in that one. The other one is the quickness. Because he's very quick, emotive bursts that go up his face very fast, and you guys can see, he's very little sexy G lip moves as he kind of preparing for stuff and as he's saying things. Right now he has it. That's the sexy little G smile he's got going on there. That's not Jai. And he's watching the other person.
Yeah.
And note this expression and how quickly when he smiles it goes big and up into the cheeks and then goes down quickly again. He's very cagey. And also this one too. He does a slinky move a lot, which is his Nye with his G. The Nyy'xai, they have slinky, but it doesn't look quite like that. Keep watching now, knowing that you're looking at G. He's actually got a very slick game. It's smooth, fast, subtle, and he uses a lot of Nye and Zai.
Wait a minute, so you're saying he's a Nyy'xai, not a Nyy'xai? I thought you were saying he was a Nyy'xai
No,
before.
he's a Nyy'xai. He's a Nyy'xai.
Nyy'xai, okay.
He's not using Zai. It's not Jai.
Gotcha.
All right, so go ahead and keep watching, guys, and see what you can see now that I pointed out for you.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing, because I was thinking Jaini, but then I was thinking, it doesn't seem like it's going that high.
Right there. Okay, you guys kept saying that you see the resonating. Actually, he does these quick little tosses to the right. He's like, blah, 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 Bardic sexy. click, click. Very short little tosses to the right, and it's usually he's actually making sure he's on point.
And he's got the snarl. I can see like these inflection things going up.
He does a
on
lot
his
of
nose.
deep snarling very fast.
Oh,
Sometimes
yeah,
in
I see it.
a rather sensuous way as well.
I'll be right back, guys.
It's interesting to know how that is. Yeah, he doesn't do it in a sort of like a intimidating kind of way. He does it.
You see his lips are kind of like this. They're
There,
kind of like.
that's that smile I was
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
That G right there. That's a G knowing smile.
Oh yeah, totally. I see that.
I see it.
He doesn't keep that small for too long. He quickly.
There's a shoulder roll.
Actually, that makes sense because he was reminding me a bit of Craig Ferguson, and I didn't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The voice or something.
Especially as Craig's gotten a little
Oh,
older.
I kind of see it. Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Craig was thought to be logic.
Remember that neutral expression? Okay, this is what we're talking about right here. This is Nyy'xai doing like I'm reading your soul. Okay?
That's
Nye and Zai, but that's a Nye and Zai with a knowing smile. That's not unaware. That's very aware. He's
So-
just cold.
that look isn't Nye and Z. There's like no way you could say that's Nye and Z.
No, that mouth is knowing, and he's actually staring at you with his inner powers. And when he does that, when Naja do that, it's a very distant, cold place. In fact,
But
that
it's weird
look
because
you're seeing right there,
it feels very.
right there is one of the creepiest looks that Naja get. In fact, one thing Naja can do, if you can imagine him doing this, and I think he can and even does some points, imagine his eyes looking just like they are now, and his lips just skinning away from his teeth, smiling, while his eyes keep looking at you, just like they're looking at you.
What time was that code?
He's at 112 right now.
Okay. That look right there, yeah, that is definitely
That's up there. That's tongue cheek.
Yeah.
And there's warmth in his voice. He has bardic lilt and warmth. Right there, okay. That's what I'm talking about. Did you see the head toss to the right just then? Even now, he's still over there a little bit. That's Zai. That is not warm resonating. I'll play it back. Hey, there's a lot of these quick head tosses to the right. Again, that's a stare, and he's reading a person. That's a weremouth. Just because he's not showing anything with his mouth, like as far as like this is what Nyy'xai do when they're reading some. Okay, right here, this is Nyy'xai reading the interviewer while not letting the interviewer read him. That is classic. I read you and you don't read me. Now wait. Now notice when he went to the left there, it's squinchy. The G goes up the face, and now in a second here, he's going to do a head toss to the right, and it's chilly. That's a chilly head toss coming up soon. That.
Yeah.
That's chilly.
Yeah.
Even now, it's still chilly.
Huh.
Okay, that right there, that's a warm judge. He's judging. That's warm. That's an aware expression. He has a lot of these sly.
He's kind of smirking a little bit too.
Yes, he is. He has a lot of sly, smirking things, and very quick. Those snarl flares. Very quickly come down.
Yeah, it does it with his eyes too, a little bit squinty.
Yeah, I think what threw me off was the fact that he has like a very slender, kind of withdrawn face, and with a lot of lines and dragginess, if you will.
Yeah.
And that threw me off. And because
the
when he does smile,
you have a craggier look. Yeah.
Yeah, and when he does smile, it didn't seem like full. I guess maybe just because he doesn't have a lot of
actually one thing I think
in the cheeks.
Yes, but I think one thing that I think Ben may have noticed, and someone else as well, that he does actually go above the midline. It's just super fast. He is mostly smiling in this rather bit of a sly, smug range. You know what I mean? And even a little like these pursed smiles, like half smiles. But then when he does smile like big, he does it very quickly. It goes up in the cheeks and down. But he does it very fast.
You have to kind of like catch it.
Yeah, you do. It's like bullet time.
It's very cagey.
Very cagey. But when his cheeks go up, they do move fully. But it's fast. There, he just.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, you can
up and down again.
Those upper cheek muscles. Yeah.
And when he did it, this is here. This is actually coming down from where it was up. And about a millisecond before this, it was up more. He's like this. And
yes.
Very quickly. I'll rewind. Just watch it again.
I mean, his eye like pushes his mouth down, but you can.
It does.
Like, yeah.
Guys, try to pause it at its peak.
I'll try to. It's probably around 124. I'll try. Okay, again here I'm at 120. That is Zai. That is a Zai. Chilly check to the right. That's Zai. He's not warmly resonating.
That is so cold, yeah. In his eyes, look at it.
Okay, I think I may have got him right before he does it. He's fast. Okay, I'm going to hit the play button, and I believe he's immediately going to do it. Yes, I got it! I got it! Okay. Xialing, he has a lot of these like millisecond flare-ups like this. That was on there for, just know that's on there for less than, it's a fraction of a second he does it. But he does several of these. Right there. That is in the cheeks.
And it's almost weird because like when you think you're seeing Nyy'xai, you almost like just sort of like assume that those flashes are just like that the Zhai is just like stopping, you know. But
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of like make yourself not see them.
It's not actually going all the way up, but it's really just.
It really is.
And that's on this guys. Some of these guys you guys want to try doing in the future. Is I like to myself is as you're going through is occasionally doing some freeze frame. Freeze frames are very helpful. But right here, this is classic aware mouth above the midline, not to the eyes. You see it above the midline, and that's aware. He's looking at you knowingly. That's he's staring at the person and smiling at them. But his Z, it's almost subliminal how quick it goes up and down. I'm so happy I caught that one. Did you see that toss to the left? right now. He's going into his guy. He's going to the simulator. He was being asked a philosophical question of like, what do you like most about your character? And he went, well, let me. And he did. He got a little G smile. And rewind it. It happens around 1:32. And he's asked about his character, and he goes into his Nyy'xai, and you see a little sly smile on his face. That's G.
Yeah.
Here comes. He's going to be asked a question. He just gave one smile. He's asked a question. Watch. He's going to go to a simulator now. There. Did you see?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. He said, what do you love in your character? He went over to his Nyy'xai and smiled as he did so. Then he looked at the interviewer and said, I guess it's this, and smiled in his face. And now he's 1,000 yards there again in his Nyy'xai, and he's again doing G-aware. Let's play that back. So that all happens between like 31 to 36. I'll play it back. Here it comes. That's all G jutting, G out there. All that's projected out. That's projected out for effect. And when he went to his right, he's tilling down. You see that? I'm gonna play it back. He actually goes to his left in the simulator. His G comes on a little bit. He looks at the interviewer. The G comes up more. He goes back to his simulator. The G's there more. And then he kind of pauses reverie to kind of, Zai tighten it up, and he goes to his right. He gets chilly. I'm gonna play it back. This happens between 1:31 and 1:45. So we'll watch 15 seconds again. This is something else I do too. When I see key stretches, I play them again and again because sometimes you have to see like in bullet time, get your eyes used to it. All right, so start paying close attention at 1:31. All the way up to 1:45. Here we go. There. Okay, so he went off on his little Nyy'xai reverie with his G enthusiasm. You see his G was enthusiastic about going to the simulator. He gave G enthusiasm to the interviewer, and now he's gone to his right. That's short. Again, that is not warm resonating. That's classic cool resonating right there.
And it was 1,000-yard stare, very much.
1,000 yard, and he's a little on his right.
Yeah. Then I noticed something again.
And there, see? He did a quick right head tilt, and he's still on the right there. His eyes are shifted over to the right. He's a 1,000-yard stare, but his eyes more to the right, and that's chilly.
Yeah.
There again, you're seeing it. That's emoting on the jutting. Warmth there. And you see the little sly smile he keeps getting when he goes into a simulator?
Yeah, 152, I noticed.
There, okay. That is sly smile. That is sly smile on a Nyy'xai drift. That is a Nyy'xai drifting, not a Nyy'xai.
Yeah, he's a slightly unhinged.
He's sly. They picked him good for the role because he's supposed to play a sly, treacherous wizard.
There you go.
But do you guys see that quality there? That's a knowing smile. Even though he's actually in his simulator, that's an aware smile.
Yeah.
And there again, that's Gene, the interviewer. And G's on his juts too.
I think he does a little bit of a snarly thing too.
Oh, wow, he does. He does. Very cool. You guys up for one more?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Took real dragons to beat him.
Let's bring on bad person.
Okay, Dan Hildebrand. And let's see if he has that footage.
He's a master of illusions. It's kind of like fitting, I think, for Nyy'xai in a way.
For sure.
Yeah. Dan Hildebrand has has one interview, but it's 56 minutes. So.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's watch all 56 today, right now.
Let's link.
Thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome.
The tandem power can be tricky to see because it's momentum, but it's not as strong as momentum.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's okay. What time does it start?
At
1
2
minute?
minutes.
What 2 minutes?
At 2.
All right. I kind of like the format of this interview. Who does he play?
Him.
Yeah.
Him. He plays like is it some sort of emperor or ruler that's on the other side?
No, he plays
Daenerys
that. He plays that slaver person that Daenerys ends up killing the dragon.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
He wasn't a significant character anyway.
It's okay.
I'll be all right.
Poor Infinity.
He hasn't really said a word yet. Seems like he's just taking it all in, maybe.
I think they're trying to set the scene up for him or something.
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually said a lot right towards the beginning. I thought.
I guess just a lull right now.
Right, yeah, right now for sure he's not saying anything.
I kind of feel like I already know what his mojo is, though. Kind of sounds a bit.
I'm just like disassociating from their entire conversation as they like spoil the entire show.
I'm trying my best.
No.
Yeah, just mute the thing.
but I need to. I don't know. It helps to hear their voice.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get this interview in like Japanese or something. I don't know.
Then it won't be their
I
voices.
was in Japanese, right?
It'll be the voices of Japanese actors, and their voices will be different.
They can just say that in like this really weird
Yeah, it looks like he's saying some stuff right now.
accent. So like.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures. Seems interesting.
By the way, no pressure on this read. This is a tricky read, the style of this interview, so just do the best you can.
Oh,
I
now
guess
I'm
one
gonna
thing
think
that
a little bit outside the box, Coach.
What's that?
I'm gonna think outside the box now, because little things like that kind of like make me think.
Oh yeah, that kind of actually
Yeah. Like that brings
it,
into the
it makes us think that it isn't what you would expect.
Exactly.
So, and after that last one, we're going to be kind of.
What's that?
Oh, things like that. It makes it sound like it isn't what we would expect.
Oh no, actually that wasn't meant that way at all. It was actually meant that myself, I think I've got him read now, but I found it quite challenging. So I'm just letting you guys know that don't beat yourself up if he's hard to pull. Because I found it difficult to pull myself going back and forth with video like this.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
He looks.
I think I'm getting boundary setting from him. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Boundary setting. I have played around with Durams a little bit. Or are you saying that you're just seeing boundary settings in general?
In this situation, I would also recommend what I would do naturally if I was reading here. I've interfered because you guys, I want to do it the way you feel like it, but if I wasn't doing it myself, I would try to pause some free, take advantage of the fact that it doesn't stay on him very long. Maybe try to get some freeze frames when it is on him so you can make something of that.
Oh, that freeze frame is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
His entire face is like animated right now.
But it seems to be more around.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's going into battle. I'm not saying it means that, like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no. I'm just like going with what you're saying.
Right. I'm not saying he's like that he's objective or anything. I'm just saying like that this would be a good freeze for him to look at if you want to get a good idea of what his mojo was.
Yeah. So you don't have to see what happens.
What's that noise?
I'm thinking the emoting looks like it's going pretty high.
You think so?
Yeah, actually, I agree with you there. Or I'm seeing it as well.
And it looks like it stays there consistently, in a way.
I don't know.
Actually, I kind of feel like I'm being reminded of somebody. I know. Should I say? Because I don't want to like create too much of a sway here. But
Go ahead.
it seems like Iron Man, right? With Jeff Bridges when he was bald. I kind of see a little bit of that, but
I don't know, because I'm kind of between Shinai and Nyy'xai. I don't know, kind of like the ones that I'm leaning towards. But,
Yeah, I'm on that same kind of guessing right now.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges is a G9, right?
G9.
Right. Yeah, true. But I don't know, something about him like keeps reminding me of Nyy'xai. So
Yeah,
other Nyy'xai that I know, so I'm trying to let that wash over, I guess.
There's something
Exactly.
with his cheeks.
Exactly. They seem kind of like there's a.
And it actually reminds me of somebody. I remember seeing somebody that kind of looks like him, kind of riffs off of him. I don't know who it was, like someone in the collage or something.
Yeah, I know what you
I
mean.
don't know.
I know what you mean.
That has the same.
My only look-alike riff is the Edge from U2, and I don't even consider that a huge thing at this point.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he looks like a little bit like Patrick Stewart, but not so. Not quite. As far as like Nyy'xai riffs go, I feel like it's kind of like. But Patrick Stewart's kind of different.
Did you pause the video?
I did. No one did what I suggested. I really would suggest doing it because myself, I feel my psyche's screaming out for it. I don't need it because I already pulled him, but I feel the need to do freeze frames because of how little time is spent on him. I would suggest you guys try to do at least some freeze frame work.
Okay, yeah. That way we kind of a.
I've actually been doing that, Coach. With my
cool. So really,
yeah, because the last one we
but I
like.
noticed that they kind of like they aren't on him very long, but they're on little stretches. On the stretches are on him. Maybe you could try to get some freeze frames out of him to maximize the time we have with him.
For sure.
Okay, sounds good. I'll do that. Okay, that one's a little fuzzy.
Are we completely like good on the adaptive part? Like we don't think he's adaptive? What do you guys think about that?
I think the general consensus is that he's directive, although I am open if anyone has any ideas.
Yeah, I just kind of I'm not seeing anything that's supporting a.
Yeah, we should be open. I don't know.
Looks high to me, the values. I don't know.
One thing's for sure, he's very soft-spoken in a way.
And we'll need to wrap our session up, but not too long. So do the best you can with the next couple minutes, and then go to pictures.
That sounds good.
You know what? He actually kind of looks like Montel Williams.
Kind of. I buy that a little bit.
I don't know if it's that or the bald head.
That's true. You can start saying Telly Savalas.
Yeah, Telly Savalas.
But that's like a Nyy'xai riff. Maybe we can use that. I don't know.
It's interesting, that spark that he has going on right now in the freeze frame.
Oh, they're showing a clip now. I'm gonna. More spoilers. In case you guys haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't think we've gotten there.
Maybe Coach could give like a hint.
Well, either that or we could just.
We could just give our best guesses and see where they land.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Nyy'xai or Jinai, that those are the main ones, but I think I feel like I'm leaning the most towards Nyy'xai. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this freeze frame is interesting. 16 minutes, 54 seconds. What do you guys think about that?
16.
Well, that was long.
1654. Let's see that.
Yeah, it was back there. I don't think I can get it again. Keep going.
That's okay. I'm gonna do it on my own. I watch it practically anyway. Oh, that's a big smile or a big laugh.
You guys want to take a look at pictures and then take the best shot?
I think that sounds good. We were looking at we were gonna look at freeze frames anyway, so
yeah,
this will probably be fun.
I'm looking at the freeze frame now, actually, Jailene. What did you see in that freeze frame? What did you notice?
I seem to notice that he was smiling on the right, but I don't know. He was resonating, but I didn't.
It seemed like a very, very carefree kind of like laugh too.
Yeah.
You guys want to hint? Do you want to hint?
No, we don't want to hint. We want to just give our guesses.
Okay.
That way it'll be pure.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Either way's fine with me.
Cool. So maybe we can say like what and we don't even
Why no hint?
have a consensus necessarily, but other alternatives.
Okay.
Go ahead. Give me what you got. What do you got?
Let's go around around
let's go around and
Roll call.
So, I'm gonna say I recognize this is a difficult one. I'm gonna say Nyy'xai. What do you say, Adimus? Don't let me sway if you don't.
I don't know if I'm leaning on one. I feel like I'm leaning on a social alchemy, and then trying to decipher between that.
What's the social
I'm
alchemy?
in the same position.
Nyy'alpha? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're Nyy'alpha? Okay. Mitchell?
It's tough, I know.
You can bring it down to whatever alchemy you can. You know what I mean? Adaptive, directive, anything at all.
Okay.
Objective, subjective.
Well, I mean, directive basically. I mean,
Okay.
I don't think. I'll go with that.
What about interpretive? What about interpretive literal?
I'll go with interpretive. I was about to say. I mean, how many Vimojo actors are there?
Right, so you're down to.
could just say, like,
So you're saying Vimojo, correct?
Yeah, I doubt he's Xenai, although I could be wrong. So that leaves the three most common.
Nyy'xai and Jinai.
Okay. How about
I don't know.
how about you, Ben?
Ben?
Oh yeah. I'm leaning towards direct or romantic, and within that, it's very close for me. But I'm going to. I lean slightly more towards Nyy'xai than Jinai.
Okay. Who's next? Infinity?
Probably directive. Most likely Nye in front, but I could also go with the Jinai as well as a backup.
Okay. So you're favoring, is it Nye Alpha? Is that what you're favoring?
Yeah, Nye Alpha.
With G9 after that, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Glenn?
I feel like I'm seeing Nyy'xai, and I think I also want to play around with the Nyy'xai Alpha as well.
Okay. How about you, Gabe?
Nyy'xai.
Okay, the answer is Nyy'xai.
Awesome.
And he had a very good, smooth game, and what he riffed on for me that I was able to pull it from is Patrick Stewart and Ben Kingsley.
Ben King. Yeah.
So you actually thought Patrick Stewart too? Really? Okay. That's cool.
Say again?
I thought that I was the only one that saw that, but you saw that too at some point.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I saw, but I couldn't say anything until now. But Patrick Stewart and Ben Kingsley, the bald head, the goatee, but not just that, it's the slinky game, a lot of shy. One thing to note, the exact opposite of what we just saw, in that he used lots of shy, the other guy used lots of shy. So his G came up in very short explosions and then went down. When they went up high. This guy, the opposite, he had his shy on most of the time. He was very warm, he was very like sort of empathetic and into what they were talking about, soulful, but it went down. It opened up down, not up.
Yeah, it's down. I can see that now more too.
Watch a minute or so of the video now.
Yeah, I'll let you know that.
Totally.
Patrick Stewart, Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley, I gotta see this.
Yeah, I see, especially Ben Kingsley, you're right. But Patrick Stewart also, because they
both
have
had
a soul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That is shy. That's shy to himself. That's for himself.
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's kind of in a way like cute in a way where it's,
Yeah.
oh, Ben Kingsley, this guy. Of course I see it with this guy. Yeah, I just checked that out.
Oh, I see it now. It's a lot of
that's
drive.
exactly.
Not going up the face.
Yeah.
Or up below, up above the midline. Yeah, I think that was the dude I was thinking of from the collage too.
Yeah, I think that's who it was.
Yeah, I didn't know his
Stewart,
name,
waste
but I don't
him
know.
down. So let me ask you
That's the irony. If I actually thought of him, I
what
probably.
if the Klingons offer us peace? Would you accept the peace?
Ben Kingsley's like spot on.
That's
Yeah,
the right.
Almost like him.
I'm looking at it too.
He's so spot on.
God.
Okay, are we all set then?
Yep.
Great session, everyone. The first one was tough, but you guys actually got pretty good at him, and several of you got the Nyy'xai on this one, so great job. And both of them were tough. They were both Naja and had very strong all-side powers.
Yes.
Totally.
Should like, I don't know. It'd be cool. Like, it's kind of cool to get like challenging reads like this. I don't know, stuff like you wouldn't. It isn't like so obvious, you know. I don't know.
Okay,
As we thought, we're
lucky
gonna need to.
you got two in a row. Boom, boom.
Yeah. I imagine like eventually we're gonna get so good that like we're gonna need that, like, you know,
Yeah.
samples
Yeah.
kind of like wrenches.
And that's why I think the acting and the comedy are ones that will probably at some point be doing a lot with on a long-term basis, because the other bubbles that I've done, they get easier once you kind of get the idea of them, because they tend to have 2, 3, 4, designs in there. But with the acting and the comedy, there's actually many more, and they tend to have complex uses of the game. So, more spread emotions you see in those bubbles, and they tend to have pretty advanced games, particularly when it comes to looking and acting like something they're not.
I wanted to say something actually about like how far we've come with these hangouts. At first, it was like Coach, you mentioned that and I think we should be very proud of ourselves now, is that there was kind of like this reading during a hangout is more challenging. I don't think it's challenging anymore, or I don't think it really, like I'm not feeling that as quite as much.
I think the group has gotten a good groove, and when you have that, there's what you talk about, Glenn, is complex in that what's going on is that there's a very complex system, like a role-playing game, of bonuses and penalty modifiers. So there is a penalty modifier for doing something in public. There's a penalty modifier for a sense of competition. There's a penalty modifier for timeliness. But there's a bonus for reading with your friends. There's a bonus to actually having it be like a big deal, like the big exciting ritual that everyone's going to talk about. So there's a combination. So as you get used to doing it live like this, then you're kind of subduing the penalties and taking advantage of the bonuses.
Yeah.
We just need more people to talk about us. We need an audience.
It's true, because it's validating, and that actually makes the bonuses increase. But you'll find that, like, anytime you're doing something like, for example, let's say it's a stressful situation. There's a lot of energy that comes with that, and it can mess up your mojo reading. But if you channel it, then you can be like a hungry animal that's really focused in on getting food. And you can use that heightenedness to really increase your reading abilities. So it's great that way, because not only are there bonuses and penalties you need to deal with, you can convert them. You can convert, because a lot of penalty energy has to do with stress energy. But if you can get to where you are acclimated and can explain to yourself why you're doing it, you can use that stress to actually increase your peak performance. A lot of athletes talk about that. How initially certain competitions they're not used to. They're not used to setup, or the amount of press coverage, the amount of competitive energy coming from the other teams. But then over time, they get used to it, and then over more time, they get to where that is a juice they look forward to. They hit the best routine they've done because they're in competition. I'm not sure, like, Mitchell, maybe experience that with the tennis. And maybe also Ben with the debating, where when you do it in front of crowds, with more stakes, there's awards, there's everything, more press coverage, it gives you nerve, but then once you get used to it, it makes it exciting, and you can use that excitement energy to increase your performance. Once you turn nerves or stress into excitement and interest.
Mm-hmm. For sure. It's funny, like, your performance, like, despite, I mean, there are actually performance bonuses to doing it live, doing it from other people. I mean, we like to talk about the disadvantages, but there are benefits, like your psyche.
Absolutely.
Live, because of that.
Yep. So you're right, Glenn. No, I think the team has actually gotten a lot more acclimated to putting themselves out there in public, and much more of a groove working with each other. I think those things have actually made it where it's kind of evened out, and it might get to be where it's one of our strongest reads because we enjoy the activity so much. Enjoyment's a big deal on just appreciation.
For sure.
Okay, we'll call it there. It's 7:50. We're a little bit over, but that was a lot of fun. Great job, team, and I look forward to next time. I'm seeing a bunch of you tomorrow, actually.
Yes.
For sure. See you guys tomorrow. That was fun.
What was that?
Yeah. I was saying awesome session.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Yay. Okay, have a great night, everybody.
Yeah, have a good night.
You guys.
Have a delicious evening.
You too, guys.
Have a delicious